Hey guys, what's going on? Flawless Exotic Creations here. Will, Audra.
Hi.
Coming to you guys with another video, and yet again we're coming one with Gene Chasers series. The series is really really blowing up, and it's really fun to actually do.
Especially together.
Yeah, especially together. Actually, you're gonna do a couple on your own, let you do your research. So we end up digging into the genes, obviously that we have. And doing a lot of research, looking at videos, reading in old school forums and reading. I'm researching some of everything and, you know, spilling the information to Audra. She's gaining a lot of understanding of certain genes in this entire process.
Which is fun.
Oh yeah, definitely fun. And what it actually does for us and having this flawless platform is it allows us to go from beginner stage to intermediate stage and at some point advanced stage, through almost a trial and error situation. So that's the basis of this. Hopefully this helps you guys out as well, because it definitely helps us out with dealing with these combos and creating life and having to identify what we're working with so we can kind of push the envelope and move a little further with it. This again is going to bridge the gap between beginner, novice keepers, breeders to intermediate, in that little intermediate area, and address any questions. Well, hopefully address any questions you may have.
Maybe we'll learn some things.
Oh, we
from
definitely,
you guys along the way.
we definitely gonna learn from you guys as well as from the research in itself, and definitely get to know a lot of you guys. Whether it's from comments or messages, a lot of you guys hitting us up on Instagram, and we love it. So
I feel like this is comparable to from couch potato to 5K.
Yeah. Well, and when you, as far as like a fitness type of thing. Yeah.
Like if
absolutely.
There's this little thing that went around for a long time in the fitness world that was like from the couch to the 5K. People run, you know, big marathons. I do not run. If I'm running, you better run too.
Hopefully, if this is the type of content for you, comment down below. Let us know we're doing a pretty decent job, or let us know we're doing a great job. And if you have questions or other comments, definitely leave those while you're here as well. And hit that subscribe button, notification bell. And if this is the channel for you, let's roll.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. This one,
Let me say it.
go ahead.
It's yellow belly.
Yes, it's yellow belly. Thing about this one, I actually purposely put this gene on the back burner as far as for the series for quite some time already. I thought about doing it first
Because it's the hardest, simplest thing ever.
Yeah, it's pretty much exactly. I know that sounds very confusing. Actually, shout out to Lace Balls for actually requesting this as well, and it's been on the back burner, and it's one of them
Like
hate
kind
it,
of
love
made us
it.
do it.
Yeah, because it's one of them hate it, love it things. If you guys happen to research yellow belly as a new breeder, not as an experienced breeder, you're gonna come across a lot of videos, and hopefully in the future this video, what you'll learn as well, a lot of long videos explaining the genes, and they're doing a really good job trying to explain traits and expressions of the gene. The thing about it is you have high expression, low expression, you have different quality in every gene you're going to work with. Yellow belly tends to be extremely subtle though. It could come on subtle, it could be blatantly apparent. It's one of them genes that can trick you.
And it's tricky because this belly's not always yellow.
Right, right. The belly isn't always yellow. As well as sometimes you see hatchling, you're like, oh well, you know, there's no yellow belly in it, and later on and come to find out you breed it years down the road or the next year or whatever it may be, and you get that all white snake. and you say, you know what? It had yellow belly. So, reason to say research, watch as many videos as you can, including this one. And it's pretty much what I've learned so far is that it's pretty much trial and error. You have a lot of cues that you can utilize, which we're going to go over as far as identifying yellow belly. But I believe you're going to have to put your eyes on a few hundred snakes, whether it's in your collection or other collections, until you can consistently ID yellow belly in certain forms.
And I'm not there yet.
Yeah, I'm not completely there yet either, because it changes whether you're looking at it in its single gene form or when you have it in combos, whether it's with pie, and we'll jump into that. So basically, yellow belly is going to be an incomplete dominant. The super form is ivory. The super form is ivory.
Ivory, and it's part of the black-eyed Lucy.
Right, it's black-eyed leucistic group. Yellow belly is gonna generally make everything brighter. It's gonna be a brightening gene. It's gonna be a pattern gene as well. It creates some wacky patterns.
You're gonna have more blushing, especially in pastels.
Right, absolutely. And typically you'll be able to identify it in a clutch of yellow belly and normals. You'll be able to identify the yellow bellies from the different pattern, and we'll show you that as well. There's also oftentimes, especially in single gene form, a faint head stamp. It's like a spot, a vague spot in the center of the head in the single gene form sometimes, and it's almost like a blushing in the crown of the head. When you look at it from above, Audra will be great at this, because I'm not the greatest at color.
Because he's colorblind.
Yeah, but you'll see a lot of faint yellows and reds. And there's different tints of the yellows and reds, which is still a form of identifying yellow belly.
And have some side flaming.
Yes, that's one of the biggest identifying factors.
Like orangey red.
Right, orangey red, side flames, out of the norm of what you would see of a little bit of, you would see them climbing up the side of the belly. You almost like little windows where you could see the color through it.
Just like a checker-in, I guess.
Yeah, so along the belly, you have belly checker-in, and it's pretty consistent in certain combos. Again, it depends on your combo, where you're going to have it along the belly, the ridges of the belly, where the belly meets up with the side walls. That helps tremendously on identifying yellow belly, as you'll see later on in this video as well. You often have, a white spot or orange color. You all right?
Yeah.
You often have a white spot, white, yellow, or orange spotting along the base of the belly, especially in the back of the belly of a yellow belly snake. You'll get that checker in. Sometimes you'll have the white stripe up the middle, but you should definitely have some speckling going on. But again, depending on what you combine with yellow belly, it may eradicate some of them IDs. That's the troubling part with yellow belly. Amazing gene, incredible gene. We're going to show you what yellow belly looks like, and then show you how it complements it. Yellow belly is perfect for orange dream. If you see yellow belly, orange dream together, it's like a glow in the dark type of snake,
which I love.
Yeah, and I love it too. And we're going to show you that as well.
Yes.
So overall, it brightens the snake. It brightens whatever your combinations are that you're working with. There's, like Audra already said, crazy amounts of blushing, especially when you mix it with pastel. Yes. And that's pretty much it as far as the overall identifications. And you have to take that with a grain of salt. You have to put your eyes on a bunch of different snakes pertaining with yellow belly. There's so many combinations out there.
Well, I always say I guess it's something I've picked up along the way. It's not just my saying. But to be a kung fu master of anything, you need 10,000 hours of doing that same exact thing.
Shoot me.
Yeah. So if you haven't spent 10,000 hours looking at yellow belly snakes, then probably not a master of it yet. And I know
we're not masters.
I'm not a master.
But this did give us cause to dig in just a little bit deeper.
Harder.
So let's show off some snakes.
Here we go. All right, so this girl is yellow belly.
So this is our god snake.
Yeah. Can you
Love
see?
this snake. We
See
got
her?
this
G-O-D.
several times all over her body. So
There she is again.
we're gonna stick to the topic, but we do believe there's another gene
At
at play
here.
with this girl. So that's gonna definitely influence the pattern. But check her out and then check out her belly. So you see the belly and you see the checkering along the ridge line of the belly, and look at all of that flaming. Yes, you see
Yeah.
all of that flaming where it rises up on the sidewalls.
You see her belly, she's got that strip right down the middle
Right,
that's
she has
like
the white strip down the middle,
and you
but
can see
the
where
actual
this
sides are actually yellow.
is yellow.
It's really cool to see that. And you know, she has some other het influences. She's double het clown pied. Again, that's the only trouble with the series, trying to find, you know, single gene. We don't truly have single gene anything. But she's beautiful, she's wonderful, and this is our best example of what a single gene yellow belly would be showing as. So let's complicate things a little bit.
I don't think I want to complicate. I love her. I just want to keep holding her. Isn't she beautiful, guys? Oh, I love the snake.
And before we get off of her, show them a close-up of the head. With her,
Yeah,
you can see the
you can
faint
see it.
spot in the middle of the head, which is another way to ID yellow belly.
She's like, hello, folks.
So
Yeah, you see that? Right there, right in the middle. She's got like a little black spot.
that's awesome.
So this girl here is a Mojave yellow belly, double het, 4DG and hypo. So you can see her.
You see her belly is a lot cleaner, but yet she still holds on to the faint checkering along the walls, and
See
then
that?
the blown out sides with the flaming.
Yeah.
All that blushing along the sides. And then show the dorsal. You can see around the pattern is really, really dark. You still got some blushing, but it's really, really dark around the pattern.
But you see that where it lightens.
Right, it lightens there, and then when you go back to the side wall, you have the flames completely up and down the sides.
Yep. Let's see if we can check her head out. She's not quite as, you can't really tell quite as much on her
Right,
head.
and
but
again, that's been another complication when IDing yellow belly, because certain genes and combos will cancel out some of the identification things that need to be present for you.
what a pretty girl.
So hold that for a while. So we want to try to not just over talk you guys with crazy detail, but Audra's holding the Mojave yellow belly. Try to get focused on the sides. Now, this is a Mojave. Do you see how different the sides are blown out? This is super dark still along the sides. You have some blushing, but it stays dark. Hers is
is
completely
blown out.
blown out.
This is a pastel spot nose yellow belly clown, posset, pied, and possible for OD.
Orange Dream.
Orange
Right.
Dream, yeah.
Now check her out. Now with her, I feel confident enough where if we were, you know, to get her or hatch something out looking like her, would definitely be able to tell you, hey, that is yellow belly. That's an insane amount of flaming going on, and it still has checkering along the belly if you can see it.
You can
through
see
the-
where my little
through the
pinky
light.
finger is.
Right. Insane amount of flaming. But again, there's so many genes in that combination that you never quite know what you're going to get when you start creating new combos that consist of or involve yellow belly.
You can really see that checkering right there along her, where it's starting to really fade and blow out. That is a really good one right there in that alien head. See how it's starting to. Yeah. She's like, hello.
So
Right.
let's throw a monkey wrench in there. Let me show you guys something.
And bam.
So here we go. We said we had a surprise for you guys, and this is one of them crazy combinations that, you know, you would almost think that it would be allelic, but it's not. This is Orange Dream Yellow Belly. She's also double het for hypo and pod. But the combination of Orange Dream and Yellow Belly, overall the snake just literally made this snake go insane.
Just absolutely.
It's an absolutely amazing
Beautiful.
combination. It's simple combo, and she is beautiful. You would think it would be DG in there somewhere, some type of a combo. She's beautiful. There's no pastel in her. You still see the blushing on the crown of the head.
She's curious. Yeah, you can see her little black spot if she'll look down. Okay.
I can show it off real quick.
There we go.
It is. Or maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
There we go.
So
you
you
can
have the
see it
blushing in
really
the center of the
great
head
there.
right there. You still
And her
have
little black
crazy
spot.
flaming. Yep, crazy flaming on the sides.
Yep.
And like you guys seen the Yellow Belly that we showed off initially at the beginning. Do some research on Orange Dream. Orange Dream is not this bright.
No.
Maybe Super OD and stuff like that. But yeah, this is one dose of Orange Dream and Yellow Belly to make this combo. Very interesting interaction Yellow Belly has with Orange Dream.
Orange Dream.
Yeah, and still a checkering along the belly.
Yeah, you can see.
And she has pod markers, the tracking.
Yeah.
So all this stuff interferes. I'm sure the tracking interferes with the belly checkering.
But you can still see it in
Yeah.
in areas. Like you
So
can see some
when you
checkers.
mix Orange Dream, good quality Orange Dream with a good quality Yellow Belly, that's the coloration you're gonna end up with.
Just absolutely flipping beautiful.
Okay, so here we go. These are not twins, but these are both supposed to be Yellow Belly clowns. Both of them are 66% het pied. We're getting them tested. They're big girls.
Very big.
But look at Audra's, the one that she's holding. And check that out.
Number one.
This is number one. All right, really, really briefly. Now I'll show off number two.
See if we can get a head look.
Cool.
Yep.
And this is number two. Check that out. So you see her, both Yellow Belly clowns, both possible het pod. Cool. So now, as you can see with Audra's has a yellow belly. Audra's has crazy flaming on the sides.
On the sides.
Crazy flaming. You do not see any checkering along the baseline of the belly. Very, very faint. You see a lot of flaming.
Yes, a lot of flaming, just not a lot
Like
of
it's
checkering.
completely blown out, a completely different color than girl number two. So now let me show you off girl number two. Girl number two has same jeans, but she has a white belly. She has some checkering, some flaming, but not nearly the amount of flaming that's on the girl that Audra has. Let's see if I can get them in hand. Let's see. Crazy flames, checkering. Let me get them at the same angle. Checkering, flames. Some flames, but nowhere near
The amount.
the amount. So, like I said from the beginning, you ever watch something or get, locked into something, watch, all of it and still end, whatever you're watching or reading with that same confused look from when you started? No. I'm sure we gave off a lot of good cues on it. Disclaimer, this is, one of those things added to your toolbox type of thing.
Yeah. And we're learning along with you guys.
Right.
Well, especially me.
Which is exactly why we put this gene on the back burner. Yellow belly is an awesome gene. We have learned through research there's different, displays as far as quality wise of every gene.
Absolutely.
Actually, a part that's not going to be a part of Gene Chasers, we're actually going to be doing a series because we're testing crap ton of our snakes.
Yes.
Including
shed testing.
Both of those girls, the last girls you guys just saw, has been sent in for yellow belly test on both of them, as well as pod test on both of them. We want to be as efficient as possible, so we'll go over all that stuff in our shed testing video that we're going to do. But we wanted to really talk on yellow belly because it is something that we have a lot of. We have it in other combos. We do have freeways. We have super inchy freeways. We have Mardi Gras, the Lilac combo. But we don't even want to begin to confuse you guys more, because all these cues on what to look for and this, that, and the third, everything changes when you get into that a Lilac combination. You're not going to see most of the stuff that we talked about. So again, this causes a lot of complications for people like us, as well as you guys that are new, and we get a little confused. But most of the vets, they can, meaning the vets that's been doing the breeding for quite some time, they could look at a snake and say, oh, it's yellow belly, this is this is that. It just takes time. It takes time,
patience, and just a consistency in what you're doing.
Absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
Don't be afraid to say like, hey, I can't figure this out.
Right.
It's not embarrassing. It's not that you're not competent. It's just that you just gotta learn.
Right. And most things are also an educated guess when you get into certain combinations, where even some of the vets, the Ozzies, the Justins, when you get into some of them 7-8 gene type
They'll
of combos, it's an educated guess. So most likely it is in there, but a lot of the time some of these guys are making snakes that's never been made before. So they don't quite know 100% until they work with it quite a bit and start seeing it consistently, but they can pick out the cues on certain things. So hopefully you guys are enjoying this content. If you do, please comment down below. No comment is too simple. You can say hey, you can say thank you, you can put a request, you can say whatever you want. We appreciate all the engagement. Hey, share these videos, binge watch some of them, help us increase our reach, help us reach your crowd, your fans, your supporters.
Help us be better for you guys.
Absolutely. We're trying to grow. You guys we're thankful for all the watch hours. We're really up there, getting close to, to monetization.
The good stuff.
Which is kind of cool. Check us out on Morph Market. We have really awesome projects.
We do.
We try to give out a lot of leads on things that we're dropping or show off what we're hatching, so you can see it before it actually hits Morph Market, and gets meals and everything in it. So in a way, it's almost like a pre-order type of list where you can reserve certain projects.
We had a buyer do that not too long ago from one of our videos.
Absolutely. So check us out on Morph Market. Hit that follow button on Morph Market so it'll notify you whenever we drop anything. You'll get like email alerts, which is pretty cool. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook.
And we know sometimes it's hard if you don't know the person or the breeder, personally, that you're just seeing on YouTube or you're seeing on Instagram or whatever. It's going to be scary sometimes purchasing an animal from somebody you don't know personally. So we ask you to, go to our Morph Market and look at our reviews and look at all the positive things that people have to say about us. And
absolutely,
because we pride ourselves in customer service for you guys,
and we love what we do.
Absolutely.
So thank you guys. Thumbs up. It's Will, Audra, Flawless Exotic Creations. We out.
Bye.